Yo, 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 yo. What up, though, y'all? It's your favorite businessman, CEO Rico on CEORicoTV.com. What's cracking, baby? Hey, yo, shout out to all my people. You know what I'm saying? What's up? Shout out. Always got to give shout outs to all my people. You feel what I'm saying? So, today, March 14th, Friday, 10 p.m., y'all already know what we about to get into. We got some crazy things that's been going on throughout the week. We got some updates. Got some politics. I got some crazy relationship topics and videos for us to review. I got one, man. It's gonna kind of blow y'all mind. Um, so yeah, let's get into it. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to all my subscribers, all my supporters. I appreciate the hell out of y'all. Um, I show up every Friday. Y'all show up too. So I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all definitely like and subscribe to the channel. If it's your first time here, make sure you definitely hit that like button for the algorithm. And of course, if you're a returning viewer, make sure you hit that subscribe button. For everybody who may be watching on Facebook, we are going to cut that feed in about 10 minutes, something like that. So make sure you go on over to YouTube, CEORicoTV.com. I made it super easy for y'all to always follow. So make sure y'all tap into that. Let's get into. Oh, first and foremost, how was y'all week? I need y'all to make sure y'all comment that down below. Don't forget to comment. Hey y'all, so check it. So I had a dude watch one of my videos, and he dropped some comments, and I appreciated it. At first, I didn't really know what the hell he was talking about. But then he had called. He said, bro, what'd he say? Bro, you kind of dumb. Hey, I'm not gonna hold y'all up. That right there kind of blew me, right? Kind of pissed me off just a little bit. But then I had to remember, like, one, your man CEO Rico, nowhere near dumb, bro. Like, by far. Like, you ask any of the people that truly know me, they'll tell you, yeah, dumb doesn't even fit in the same sentence with me. However, I did not do like the back and forth thing. At first, I was about to, but then I thought about it. I said, wait a minute, whoa, 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 wait. I said, my man's not only took the time to view my video, he also took the time to respond to it. So for me, I appreciated it because it's like, my man's, he saw me. He heard me. He listened to me. Your man's got some visibility out here. You feel me? So y'all already know I was too excited. So I just was like, you know what? Dumb. LOL. Okay. So I hope you actually tune in. If you do, hey, if you want to come up on the screen, let me know, bro. We can have a conversation. I have no problem with it. And ain't even no smoke, it's just us having a conversation. So for my first video, y'all already know we got to talk about some politics. Always got to talk about politics. So what's been going on when it comes to politics? Y'all heard about Trump hitting Canada with them tariffs? Right, that 25%. Yo, listen, so I was on YouTube watching some of the videos, and I was looking at some of the comments. Yo, let me tell y'all, no Canadians be talking mad stuff in regards to they don't need us, and they already boycotting, and they already, what they say, they already took our products off the shelves and all like that. And I actually had to do a little searching. You feel me? Because I'm like, wait a minute. Why is it that Canada thinks that they can do and talk all this smack, right? And I'm gonna try to find a video for y'all because Canada was like that. Okay, when we slapped them with them tariffs, they gonna hit us with some tariffs, right? But then I started digging into some stuff, because one thing you'll always see is it's like they always talk to the American people. And I ain't really get that. I still don't get it. Because it's like if I'm the leader of a country, I'm not going to talk to the other country's citizens because what can they do? You feel what I'm saying? That's like if you a parent and another parent is trying to talk to your children about something that you doing as a parent. It's like, what the fuck my kids gonna do? They can't do nothing. they can't do nothing. That what kind of blew me. But let's get into it. About to bring on my man's Anton Daniels. Get it cracking. You already know I always do politics with my mans. So about to get this thing cracking. Hold up. It's big pimping. Oh, I just messed it up. Yes, I did. Shit. Hold on, rock with me. Don't get your underwear in a bunch. The video was just up. And then I hit the wrong effing button. Let's get it cracking. Hold up. We're just gonna start from here.
So, in addition to AOC being mad, right after that, we just get right back into it. In addition to AOC being mad, Trump recently had a Q&A inside of the Oval Office. Now, we know that Trump is the most transparent president of all time. The most transparent president of all time.
Well, I have to agree.
All right. He takes questions. He does Q&As. He doesn't run from the media. He actually engages with the media. He loves the media. He loves it when you ask him questions. And so I find that to be refreshing. And one of the things that they asked him about was this whole tariff war and everything that was going on with Canada. And so I wanted to share that with you guys because that was a part of the Q&A that I actually seen. Make sure you hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. This was Trump being asked about Canada, a tariff war, and what's the state of it, with everybody in shambles saying, oh my God, I don't know what's going on, what's happening. This is what happened.
Thank you, Mr. President. A representative of Canada, the finance minister, are in town and will meet members of your administration during the day. Any chances that you will ban on the tariffs on aluminum and the ones that are planned for April 2nd?
No.
You are not going to change your
No,
mind?
I'm not. Look, we've been ripped off for years, and we're not going to be ripped off anymore. No, I'm not going to bend at all. Aluminum or steel or cars, we're not going to bend. We've been ripped off as a country for many, many years. We've been subjected to costs that we shouldn't be subjected to. In the case of Canada, we're spending $200 billion a year to subsidize Canada. I love Canada. I love the people of Canada. I have many friends in Canada. The great one, Wayne Gretzky, the great. Hey, how good is Wayne Gretzky?
Shout out to Wayne Gretzky.
He's the great one. But we have, I know many people from Canada that are good friends of mine. But, you know, the United States can't subsidize a country for $200 billion a year. We don't need their cars. We don't need their energy. We don't need their lumber. We don't need anything that they give. We do it because we want to be helpful, but it comes a point when you just can't do that. You have to run your own country. And to be honest with you, Canada only works as a state. We don't need anything they have. As a state, it would be one of the great states anyway. This would be the most incredible country visually. If you look at a map, they drew an artificial line right through it between Canada and the US, just a straight artificial line. Somebody did it a long time ago. Many, many decades ago, and makes no sense. It's so perfect as a great and cherished state. Keeping "O Canada," the national anthem. I love it. I think it's great. Keep it. But it'll be for the state, one of our greatest states, maybe our greatest state. But why should we subsidize another country for $200 billion? It costs us $200 billion a year. And again, we don't need their lumber. We don't need their energy. We have more than they do. We don't need anything. We don't need their cars. I'd much rather make the cars here. And there's not a thing that we need. Now, there'll be a little disruption, but it won't be very long. But they need us. We really don't need them.
Now, somebody in the chat actually put it correctly. They said, yo, Trump is really serious about this whole 51st state thing. Trump is really serious about this whole 51st state thing. Now,
yeah, he is. And here's the thing, too. So I actually had to go and do a little bit of research, because your man's, I was never really into like heavily into politics, right? However, since of course running the show, and then just honestly before this, just being a business owner in general, I started to have I had to start paying attention because it was going to affect me, right? Now, my thing is this. So for anybody, whether you're a business owner or not, doesn't really matter. Why you should start to pay attention to politics and politicians is simply because one, it affects you no matter what. It affects you on the local level. That's why you should be involved in your local elections, seeing who is the governor, who's the mayor, who you should know these things, especially in the areas that you're living in, because it's going to affect you. It's going to affect your schools. It's going to affect your property taxes if you own a home. It's going to affect what like your millage and a whole bunch of other things. Just what available resources you're going to be able to get, and on top of that, when it actually comes to the actual president, your officials, because it's the electoral college is what actually elects the president, not you as the popular vote. But see, it's crazy because I remember like back in what was it, elementary school? I remember, you know, basically like in social studies, stuff like that. I was like, well, I don't care about this. What the hell is this for? And now it's kind of like this is what it's for. You're supposed to know these type of things. So I bring all that up to say, Canada is real funny because, like I was saying before, I was reading through comments on some of the videos, and the stuff that they was saying was basically as if like they didn't need us, that they were going to stop buying things from us, and I really didn't understand that because it was a simple fact, like as Trump just said, 200 billion to subsidize y'all, right? That is kind of like, how wouldn't you need us when we subsidize so much of the country? So him sitting there saying that, he's trying to get them to be the 51st state, I get it, right? But I want to show y'all something because when we had hit them with that text, oh my bad, I forgot one thing. So the research that I was doing, right? So remember they was talking about some if you've seen some of the previous interviews that Canada has been doing, like their what Ontario Premier, what's his name, Doug Ford. He has some commentary. I forgot what my other man's name was, but they was basically saying like, we got a free trade agreement and all like that. So I was like, what, let me start doing some research just to see how effective or impactful it would be if America stopped doing business with them, right? So first off, economic size, right? So the US, like our economy is of course we're vastly larger than Canada's. It says that the US GDP is around 10 times that of the size of Canada, giving the US more economic leverage, right? But here's another thing that really got to me, right? It says Canada's economy is highly dependent on trade with the US. Roughly 75% of Canadian exports goes to the US, which means what they produce, 75% of that comes to us, right? So it's like, wait a minute. Y'all over here talking all this smack. Now, when we look at business, right? Don't y'all remember the saying, the customer is always right? Now, of course, you've been an employee of a certain establishment. Sometimes you be like, man, F all that. The customer is not always right. But see, the one thing you got to remember on the saying, on the reason why they say that, and hit real quick, I always say that I feel like everybody should take a business class or just take a business, like a general course so they can understand the thing about business, because the customer is always right, because without the customer coming to that establishment to spend money with them, you would not be able to get paid, the company would not be able to stay in business, and nobody would be able to make money. Always remember, the purpose of a business is to satisfy the customer profitably. That's the purpose of it. So with that being said, if we are 75% of your economy, roughly, how can you like basically talk shit, right? Because it's kind of like the moment that we fed up with y'all and we stop doing business with y'all and take our business elsewhere, then what? Because y'all got to remember something. While everybody can talk smack about the US, always remember we are the largest consumers damn near of the world. We the ones who buy everything. And it's so messed up because as of right now, we are hurting ourselves by buying everything from everywhere else. Perfect example. TikTok. TikTok and Temu. TikTok, Temu, and then I don't know if some of y'all know about Alibaba, AliExpress. But bro, when I tell you, I know so many people that spend so much money on Temu, right? Which of course we know China and all like that. But if you really, I want y'all to think about it like this. If we're skipping, let's say somebody who imports, let's say if they a company here and they buy their products from like Temu or something like that, and then they turn around and they sell it to you as the consumer. They're making money as a business in America. But if we cancel them out and we go directly to Temu, technically we're funding their economy, right? We're bypassing our own economy to put money in their economy, which makes it worse for us if you really think about it. So I just wanted to say that real quick because some people don't truly understand how business works, but by us in there fueling their economy, that's not doing us any justice. Okay. So same thing going back to Canada. How can they talk all this smack when we are the ones who supplying them with the money for their economy? It's kind of like you effing yourself over. So I wanted to show this real quick. Hold on. Because once we slapped them with some terrorists, then they thought they was gonna come back and hit us with some, right?
Breaking news to bring you on the global tariff war that was launched by Donald Trump. Canada has just announced a series of retaliatory measures, including 25% tariffs on a variety of American goods. Here's the Canadian Finance Minister breaking it down.
Today, I am announcing that the Government of Canada, following a dollar-for-dollar approach, will be imposing, as of 12:01 a.m. tomorrow, March 13th, 2025, 25% reciprocal tariffs on an additional $29.8 billion of imports from the United States. This includes steel products worth $12.6 billion and aluminum products worth $3 billion, as well as additional imported U.S. goods worth $14.2 billion for a total of $29.8 billion. The list of additional products affected by counter tariffs includes computers, sports equipment, and cast iron products as examples. These tariffs are in addition to Canada's 25% counter tariffs on $30 billion of imports from the United States in response to U.S. tariffs put in place on March 4th.
Canadian officials are not mincing any words in their response to the Trump administration. Listen to this.
This is much more than about our economy. It is about the future of our country. Canadian sovereignty and identity are non-negotiable.
This needs to stop. This is hurtful for workers. This is hurtful for industry. This is hurtful for the competitiveness of North America. Canadian steel and aluminum are essential for North America.
All right. So you see how they say, Canadian steel is essential for North America. They talking all this or whatever, right? But see, the one thing that they don't tell you is that while yes, they can say these things are, as beneficial for America, but the one thing they don't tell you is when it comes to the tariffs, right? The reason why like they so pissed off in regards to us is because it's going to transfer over to the consumer. Who do you think those tariffs are going to transfer over to? Their consumers, right? So if we already supply y'all with 75% of basically y'all economy, don't you think it's gonna hurt y'all more than it's gonna hurt us when our economy is a lot bigger than y'all's and we supply y'all a lot of stuff? That's why it's like y'all gotta kind of like dig in a little bit more, right? You have to dig in. You have to learn these things. You have to see, like, okay, yeah, they saying all this on the media, the news, things like that. But let me dig in a little bit more so I can be well informed. Check this one out.
We will not back down. We will be relentless. I apologize to the American people that President Trump decided to have an unprovoked attack on our country, on families, on jobs, and it's unacceptable. Let's work together. Let's get to the table if he has issues, and let's sort this out. You see the market tumbling, consumer confidence is down, and if he continues on with this, assembly plants in Michigan will shut down, and around the country, whoever makes autos, and as well as businesses. They're going to hurt. And these pensions, when the market goes down, it's going to affect people's pensions.
So I wanted to pause it real quick, right? And the reason why I wanted to pause it is because you see how he said like the market's going down, consumer confidence, stuff like that. And then remember, they threatened to turn off what? It's Wisconsin, Michigan, I think New York, I think, and I think maybe like one more where they supply energy to. Guys, did any of y'all feel that? Did any of y'all even care? I know when I heard it, they sent around like some flyers on like Facebook or something like that. But it was like, so like you're not gonna do nothing. So you see how, and then they say consumer confidence, and it's like, once again, how can you talk to American citizens and not talk directly to the person that you got to have this conversation with? That's like, fellas, that's like if you having a conversation with a dude or whatever, y'all talking business or whatever, and you know, you're telling them this is what we about to do, we about to hit y'all some taxes or whatever, and they go talk to your woman and your kids. It's like, what the fuck my woman and my kids gonna do? What, they can't change my decision on where I'm leading this, on what I'm leading us to do. If they even talk out of turn, it's gonna be hell for them. So how are you talking to them like they gonna do something, right? So then that was that. So he was talking, he was talking real good, right? Because listen, I had a whole bunch of videos that I had to go sit and watch because I'm like, everything on what they're saying is just not adding up. And on top of that, real quick, back to the whole taxation thing. Did y'all know that Canada actually, so we import dairy, poultry, and eggs from them, right? So it says that tariffs basically from China, what they, I mean, not China, but Canada, what they can impose on us, tariffs can reach up to 298% on some dairy products, such as butter and cheese. Poultry, tariffs can range anywhere between 150% to 200%, certain type of poultry imports from them. And then eggs is about 240%. So basically, if you actually go back and you listen to like the interviews with Trump tells you that Canada has been taxing us for years. And he always said it is unfair. And one thing that I don't understand, like I really cannot understand, is like people who live, like, don't get me wrong, as American citizens, and it's something that I had to develop and start to understand. We bitch about a lot of stuff, right? But yet we never go live nowhere else. You feel what I'm saying? Like you bitch and complain about where you stay, but yet you won't leave to go nowhere else because you know nowhere else is probably as good. Like other people, when they come from like wherever they come from and they come here, they be so grateful to come here. I've heard it a number of times. But it's also one of those things where it's like, how can you go against where you live, your own people, your own country? Like I don't get it. And especially for somebody else who don't even, man, they don't fuck with you, bro. Check this one out. I'm about to show y'all this one. Oh, my bad. Let me fill y'all in. So remember, they was talking all that shit. What happened was Trump came back and slapped. They was like, you know what? Because the retaliatory tariffs for us on other countries goes into effect on April 2nd. So basically, whatever they come back and tax us with, we're going to turn around and tax them that number, but double it. When we did, now I couldn't find the video, but I seen the video. I don't know if they took it down or what, but when I seen it, my man's right here, Doug Ford, he was like, we're canceling those tariffs. So basically, when Trump said that we're gonna hit y'all with those retaliatory tax tariffs, he was like, all right, I don't want no smoke. Let's get that, let's take that away. Because remember what I just said, we're 75% of their economy. So if they have to import all those products to us, when the tariffs hit, they're going to have to deal with those tariffs. That's 25%, and then additional. They have to now deal with that. But the consumer is going to be the one who deals with it at the end, because they're going to pass on those tariffs to the consumer. But by that being the situation, the businesses that are purchasing everything from them, they're not going to do business with them no more because it costs too much. Basically, if you really want to think about it like this. Trump is forcing businesses in the U.S. to come back to America and do business within America. He's making it like a toxic situation for them to go outside of the U.S. to do business and then import their products back in. He's making it a toxic environment, which means don't take your ass outside this environment. Bring the jobs here. Bring all the goods and manufacturing everything here, and then you'll be straight. And then what that does for us is it brings more jobs back to us. So it's making us more self-sufficient. I hope y'all get that whole scenario. But remember, my man's talking all that shit, then not look.
Gargle fan, absolutely.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it. So can you the support is on Facebook?
How did the meeting go?
I will. Just give me 2 seconds.
Thank you so much.
First of all, thank you so much. We've had a very, very productive meeting. Obviously, a very long one too. We know that we're very close partners for many, many years. We want to make sure we continue building on that relationship. We feel that the temperature is being lowered. We feel the temperature is being lowered. And we've also agreed that we're going to have another meeting next week. And I think it's going to be very productive as well. We want the best outcome for both countries. We're like a family. Sometimes there's tension between families, but that was an extremely productive meeting. And I just want to thank Secretary for the opportunity to go in there and stay this long and communicate. We shared a tremendous amount of views back and forth, and I'm feeling very positive, and I just look forward to reaching out again next week. But this, I can honestly say, was the best meeting I've ever had coming down here.
Why do you say that? Why?
Well, because I feel and I keep saying we feel like the temperature's come down. I'm not commenting on their behalf. We also know we're an extremely important trading partner. I'd say top tier in the world for the United States, and how we can continue working together to support each other. And I know it's still going to be moving forward, and we'll get there. But there'll always be bumps in the road. But it was very, very productive.
Premier, it would appear that
everything is still on, right?
I'm sorry?
Nothing has been stopped. There's still
no, but it was very, there's, I don't call them the threats. We're having very productive conversations, and it turned out very, very well. And I just look forward to again continue communicating next week. We got a lot on the table back and forth, but it was very, very good, very civil. Very going back and forth, so I just appreciate the opportunity. I'm grateful that we're able to do this rather than going back and forth on tit for tat.
Premier, how do you take Commerce Secretary Lutnick at his word when he says something very different to his American audience when he appears on Fox News.
So listen. Listen. That's fine that they had a good meeting according to Doug Ford, right? But what I gotta remind y'all is always remember power respects power. Remember the back and forth that they was having in the news. We're gonna slap you with tariffs, we're gonna hit y'all back with tariffs. It's kind of like a game of chicken. I hit you with tariffs, you gonna try to come back at me, I'm gonna come back at you. Who gonna fold? Canada folded. That's just really what it is. Canada folded. And he came here, he said it was one of the best meetings that he's ever had since he's coming down here. It was very productive, everything like that. But remember, he went in there and Trump ain't take them tariffs off of them. As far as what I know, we haven't taken them off. However, that kind of just showed, you know what I'm saying, our hand versus theirs, because if we take all of our manufacturing away from them, if we stop spending money, with Trump already said we don't even need the products from them. And they already taxing us for stuff too. Like, so it's you kind of see the writing on the wall. That's one thing I can say. You definitely can see it. We don't need you. And it's very bad because with everything on what he's saying, if we actually supplement them $200 billion a year, we're buying y'all steel. We got our car manufacturing plants over there. If Trump is making it a toxic situation for all of the things, manufacturing stuff like that, to be over there, and we want to pull it back here, and it makes it more beneficial here, that means y'all won't have jobs no more. We're not gonna buy y'all cars. Y'all make cars for us. So if we bring it all back here, it's kind of like, all right, peace. And on top of that, let me ask y'all a quick question, because I really don't know. Like, do American citizens go over to Canada like enlarged by a lot? Like, do they go over there a lot? Like, do they work there? Because I know for a fact I see so many Ontario license plates here. No kidding. So many. Like, they come over here to work here and then go back home. I don't see us going over there to work there and going back home. When I see all them people coming off the tunnel, I see a flood of people just coming over here. Check this one out. This was Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick.
How did that happen?
Well, the president woke up this morning and he saw it and he just jumped right on it. He sent out a couple of tweets this morning and truths that made it crystal clear that you can't have a Canadian premier sort of effectively tacking on a 25% tax on Americans' energy, a couple of states. And he made it crystal clear this is coming off today. He called me first thing this morning and said, Howard, this had better come off. And I spoke to Doug Ford, the premier, and I'm happy to tell you it is off.
So Americans will not be paying more for electricity if they live in Michigan, New York, and Minnesota?
Gone.
Wasn't the premier just reacting to tariffs that the U.S. imposed on Canada?
But remember, the tariffs were about fentanyl, deaths in America. I mean, the president is not going to allow Americans, about 75,000 autopsy deaths in America. And imagine how many are not autopsied. God forbid you lose your child. What makes you think you're definitely going to autopsy them to determine why they died? So the president is on it. He said it's got to end. And I love the fact that the Canadians say, oh, it's not us. 75% of terrorists that we've captured have come through Canada, right? And fentanyl, just because they've only captured 43 pounds, come on. We know way more than that is coming.
So just so I understand, is the president still going to go through with his new threat to bump tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminum up to 50% in the morning?
No, that's off too. So we're at 25% steel and aluminum because that's where we were. Remember, so I'd say there's three buckets to think about. There's things that are necessary for America, and its safety. That would be steel and aluminum. We've got to have a steel and aluminum industry here in America to protect us for national security, right? You can't be at a war and not make steel. You can't have some other country supply your steel if, God forbid, you need it for a war. Autos. We need to have auto manufacturing here in America. It's very important to us. Pharmaceuticals, semiconductors. These are vital things for America, and he is focused on them. Then that's number one. Then we have reciprocal tariffs. That's number two, which says let's create fairness in the world. Since 1945, we have been exporting the power of our economy to everyone in the world. They have high tariffs and we have low tariffs. And how about a little fairness would seem reasonable. So that starts April 2nd. We're going to start having reciprocal tariffs. Fairness, right? And then we're going to do bilateral trading deals with each of the countries who want to work with us. And let's see if we can't make it better. Unleash our farmers, unleash our ranchers. You won't believe the nonsense that I've had to read. India, the prime minister comes and visits, brags about his 1.4 billion people, won't let us sell a bushel of corn. And think of the stuff they sell here. You gotta be kidding.
But when it comes to the Canadian situation, what is really being accomplished with all of these?
Real quick, one thing that you really see too about the transparency from this administration, so many people was getting money from us, but it's like we don't get money from nowhere else. We just buy everything, but we can't go into all these other countries and sell anything to them in large. But now all that's is about to change because all these tariffs is about to get slapped on all of them because, as he said, it's about fairness. That's what Trump wants. He wants fairness amongst the playing field. Because it's like y'all not about to keep on coming over here. We got an entire deficit going on. What, $37 trillion? Supposedly our interest payments is between 1 to 2 trillion a year. And then we can't sell no products outside of here, but then like all of our, not all, but a lot of our manufacturing, everything like that is being outsourced. Jobs is being outsourced. That's basically, if you think about it, we the ones going downhill, but yet we spend all the money. Make that make sense. We spend all this money supplying the entire world with our money to buy products from them just for us to go bankrupt. It doesn't make sense. You feel what I'm saying? Like, just think about your own household. You want, like, if you got to clean your crib, you want to spend money with cleaners outside of your household and lose all your money to keep filling up somebody else's pockets when it's like, no, we could just bring it in-house, reserve our money, keep it in here with us, and then we good. Like, come on, man, make that shit make sense.
1 or 2 day tariffs that end up getting yanked?
Well, when you're negotiating with someone and they're not paying attention and they're disagreeing, the president, who's the best deal maker ever to sit in that chair, is going to say, here's my response. And then all of a sudden, shockingly, they respond. So that's what he has to do. He has to do what he thinks is important to get the right deal for America. You've got the right person sitting in that chair, making the right moves, and each and every move he's made has resulted in what? The reasonable outcome that you would expect. Look, people are used to this negotiating nonsense about governments. Say a lot, do nothing. With Donald Trump, you do nothing, you get punched.
Is it worth it even if it rattles the markets day after day?
The markets are going to learn. Let the deal maker make his deals. Let the best negotiator and the best person who cares about America, let him make the deals. And if he thinks he's got to threaten someone today, like Colombia, right? Remember he threatened Colombia, they wouldn't take people in. You know, he just needs to say, listen, we're America, stop this nonsense. And within a short period of time, I think people will realize it doesn't pay to do it this way. Let's just do it the grown-up way. When the biggest economy in the world says, I don't like the way you're treating us, how about a little respect? How about a little dignity? How about the way Mexico is dealing with it? They're dealing with it elegantly and with a proper set of discussions, not responding, saying, let's work it out together.
But you ran a large financial company. You know how difficult it is for businesses to plan for the long term, even the short term, when policies out of Washington are changing every day.
When I ran my business, when my biggest client in the world said something to me. You know what I said? Yes. I said yes right away. When your biggest, think about it, the biggest trading partner in the whole world that is vital to Canada's existence says, I'm unhappy, and they respond negatively. You know why? Because for 20 years, 30 years, they've gotten away with it, right? It's like Ukraine. They came in. You imagine coming into this country, sitting in the Oval Office, having received $300 billion in aid from us, and military, and NATO, and all the rest, and the first words out of your mouth aren't, thank you. Just say thank you. God knows, just say thank you.
Boy, I agree 100%. 100%. Like, if I've been putting so much money in your pocket, man, you better not come over here and get the talking crazy. Did y'all see that the Zelensky and Trump interview? Like, when they was talking to each other? I'm not gonna hold you up. My man's got out of pocket. Not kidding. He got out of pocket for sure. And I was just like, what the, like, how are you coming in here talking smack, bro? Like, all that money that was sent over there to Ukraine, and then your people having issues and stuff, and you got the nerve to be talking crazy? No. So listen, I'm definitely gonna have the links to all the videos in the description below. So make sure y'all go check that out. We about to move on to the next segment of the show. Because at the end of the day, it's right there. I definitely recommend y'all definitely finish this entire interview right here, because what he breaks down in this interview is very good, it's very interesting, and just, a little bit of piece of business. If your biggest customer is telling you that they're unhappy, you better say, all right, what do you need me to do? Because if that money, if your job tell you they about to fire you tomorrow if you don't get your shit together today, and that's your only source of income, or if that's like 90 to 95% of your income, what you gonna do? You gonna fix it, aren't you? And you can't go out there and find a better job, or a job to even come close to what they paying you. You gonna get it together. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. So we about to move over to the next part of the show. So we got, hold on, let me find the video first before I even tell y'all, because y'all coming like, what? Yeah, it's crazy. Where we at? I hate the fact that the computer moves so slow sometimes, man. It should be pissing me off. Guys, once again, make sure. No, you know what? No, don't want to hear none of that. Guys, I literally have all these videos ready to go for y'all, but sometimes they get messed up, and I do not understand why. I really don't. And then the way YouTube got it all set up is crazy. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some pimping in it. All right, we queued up. All right, so next segment of the show, Aaron the plumber. My man's is out here going back to back with the fades. Listen, so I don't know if y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all do know who he is. I mean, my man's kind of been going viral. He is the dude from Pop the Balloon, where he was going around, he was saying to all the chicks, like, Queen, you don't qualify, you don't qualify. That's who that is. So let me see if I can get him up here real quick. But the reason on why I wanted to show my mans was because on this particular video, definitely want to have a quick conversation about it, right? It's with this chick right here. We're gonna play it from right here.
Take the bread. Make sure you scan this QR code or click the first thing in the description. You're gonna get your bread. Make sure you do it right. If you don't do it right, you ain't going on, man.
Okay.
You ain't saucing up the show.
Hey, okay, but I'm gonna do it in the real way.
I ain't gonna lie. I can't stand like a lot of like not like the young dudes or whatever. I can't stand the way they talk sometimes. They sound like females, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Okay.
Definitely.
First of all, can you get your ass up? Like,
Damn.
get up.
It's with this
Get
chick
up.
right here.
You need to get up and talk to me, though.
Attitude.
I do. Because why the f sitting
like
down? That's
that.
why I
I
don't like
don't
men
like
right now. Get
I
up.
don't like that. I'm
Get
right
up.
here. What's up, baby?
What's up? What's
Talk
up with
to me.
you?
I talk back.
First of all,
Yeah, I'm seeing.
I don't know how I
She
feel
fights
about
you on
you.
some shit. Yeah, super, bro.
I just don't know how I feel about
unattractive,
you.
dog.
I need to know a little bit more about
Her
you.
hair look like a hot ass mess. She got on fishnets, super short skirt, like. Oh my god, dog, this.
Where would you take me? Where would you even take me on the first date? Yes. Because you look like you.
Nowhere.
You look like you
I'll
don't
take
even
you
know.
to a 5-star restaurant.
What type of 5-star restaurant?
Your beautiful ass. You deserve
not
to go
beautiful.
to a French restaurant with me.
But what type of French restaurant?
You ever heard of Jacques in the Box?
Jack in the Box. What type of broke ass nigga is that?
I mean, I
The
spent
level
all
of
the
What type of broke ass shit
I
is that?
spent
You
all the
can't even
GoFundMe
afford
money,
a
baby.
5-star restaurant for real. You said 5-star though.
They accept food
But you said
stamps.
5-star.
It is 5 stars free.
You know what? Honestly,
5-star.
honestly, I'm not even here for you.
EBT.
I heard a lot about you, and you
Yeah.
look like what I've been heard about.
Oh, damn.
You look like what I heard about.
I look like a masterpiece.
You can't afford me, baby.
In a real way.
You can't afford me.
Hallelujah.
But you know,
Hey, listen. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I do not understand why women they talk to other men and they say stuff like that. You can't afford me, or because it's like this is one of the reasons on why, like, the simp dudes, they kind of like make it bad for like the overall playing field, because it's like, why would a dude? This is one of the reasons on why men are like, they say they're the catch, and women are the all that little bullshit, right? But it's kind of like one of those things. Like, I know I got to pay for you in this, in some type of way, not like transactional sex or nothing like that, but it's like overall, you're gonna add to my life, and I'm supposed to add to yours, but I supposed to make a contribution. Typically, it's involving money. Cool, right? But if you talking like that, you carry yourself a certain type of way, nothing is unique about you. And you got a bad attitude, and you outside looking like a hot ass mess, and then you want to say you can't afford me. Why would I want to? That's my question. And I really want somebody to answer that question. Why would I want to afford you when you're literally going to be a headache? You come on the show, you got a bad attitude. You come on here and say that somebody can't afford you and all like that, but it's a catch to this. I want y'all to pay attention to the catch.
Is
it for sale? Yo, is it for sale? You
Is
said
it for sale?
you can't afford you. Is it for sale?
it's not for sale. It's never been
Okay.
for sale. But at the end of the day, you gonna pay.
Definitely for sale.
You gonna pay for it. You gonna pay for it.
See?
You gonna pay for it.
Ignorant.
You'll let him sell it? He said he'll sell
He
it.
can't sell me, baby. He gonna sell himself. He
Okay.
gonna sell himself. He look like a sale. You look like a
Yeah,
sale.
I do. Look
but
like
for
the
one,
big-
I'm not
like
even
the
here for you.
biggest
I'm here to
promotion.
promote my business.
I look like the
I
biggest
made my top
promotion.
for real. It's called Chandre Lizette Couture. You said I was sexy, and you know that, but I really got a nigga though.
Yeah.
And he
If you
could
got
really,
why
I
you
got a
here for
nigga.
the
Did y'all hear that? She got a dude.
He can
video?
afford the 5-star restaurant that you
No, he can't. No, he can't. I know that's a lie.
claim.
If you got
And he a simp.
He can afford all that.
Yo,
Like we really should
Bruh,
really
what
go.
the
He don't got no control over his woman.
hell, man? Y'all don't
We should
even
go.
need no
Ain't
security.
nobody worry about none of
You
that.
don't
Come
even
on,
need
come on,
no
come on.
security. Like,
Let's just
you
go.
don't need no security.
She ain't talking about nothing.
You ain't talking about.
He like a hot ass mess, no belt. Air Force. Listen, I ain't got nothing against Air Force Ones, but they don't match up. You feel what I'm saying? With like income and stuff like that. He like a hot ass mess, and then watch this. Watch this.
You ain't talking about. You ain't talking about.
Bitch.
You ain't talking about.
Hey, listen. I don't care who you are. Everybody can appreciate a little bit of drama. You feel what I'm saying? And my man just took a major L on TV. Well, on, the internet. And he took a major L simply because, bro, not only did you let your chick come outside looking like a hot ass mess, and she was kind of pretty, but all in all, that don't matter. It's pretty everywhere. She looks like a hot ass mess. She says she's coming here to promote her thing, and her dude can afford to take her to 5-star and all that. That's cool. She got her dude back, has her dude back, but you on the show basically like you looking for somebody, and then your dude gets the shit smacked out of him on the internet for trying to be tough. I don't even understand what was his point, even like trying to walk up to dude and saying whatever he said to him. I don't even understand that. Can anybody fill me in on that part? What was dude point? Like, did he think he's gonna get cool points because his one, like, your woman is literally embarrassing you on the internet, bro? Like, a lot of these dudes do not understand like what respect is about themselves. They be on the internet looking like a hot ass mess, bro. Seriously. There's no way that you let your shorty come on TV, or come on the internet, come on the show that you know is about to be seen. This show has 1.4 million views. And you got the shit smacked out of you, and all these people gonna see it. And you couldn't even do nothing. You couldn't even throw hands. You couldn't do nothing. You just got the shit smacked out of you. You had to go home. I think he should be mad at her because it's her fault. Real talk, it's her fault. He got the shit smacked out of him because of her. Boy, there ain't no way. Ain't no way, Jose. That's a real crash out moment. Check this one out. Ooh, baby.
It's ugly as we wear that shit.
It's great.
Take that shit out now.
You're being for real?
Take that shit out now.
Okay, what's your problem?
Take that shit out now.
You were just in the store.
But take that shit out now. Take that shit out. That shit ugly as fuck. That shit is ugly though. Like, look at your fucking hair.
It doesn't look bad.
That's ugly.
Please stop following us.
Here's my thing. Not only are you acting ignorant, not only are you being belligerent, not only are you outside looking like a hot ass mess, why don't you tell our own women that? Why don't you go to your sisters and tell them that? Because remember, we always wearing, our women are always wearing blonde hair, red hair, blue hair, weaves, all these things that they do. And you really want to get like, then she a skinny little white girl or white woman, whatever. You want to get her all this smoke because she got braids in her hair? Like, and like that's ignorant, dog. Like I don't get a lot of this stuff that they be doing, man. I really don't. Like that's not nothing to sit there and try to crash out over. But you really like ran up on old girl because she had braid time on. That's what we do. Like what? What? Really? Check this crazy shit out.
Motherfucking car. As soon as he walked towards her, she got that motherfucking car.
Hold on, I got you. Start this over. I want y'all to see it.
Get in that motherfucking car. As soon as he walked towards her, she got that motherfucking car.
Check this. She hit my mans.
Send me that, bro. Oh my god! He jumped over that shit. Oh, please don't hit him no more.
Mm. 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 Bro, it's like in 2025, the relationships like still this toxic, bro. Like they still out here doing crazy stuff like this. I wonder what the whole situation was about. What y'all think it was about? Y'all think it was on some he cheated or like she said something about his sister or something? Like what y'all think it was? Because remember, she said I hit him with the car and y'all next. Like she was talking to some people that he may have been with. So I really want to know what y'all think that the whole situation could have been over. Make sure y'all drop it in the comments and let me know what y'all think. But it's more. It's more.
He already busted her window shield. What more?
Bro.
Oh shit! What the fuck, bro? This shit.
Bro, they all going to jail. She's definitely going to jail. She need to go to jail. I ain't gonna hold you up. Bro, what is going on with these people? Like, what are y'all out here doing? Like, why do y'all do the stuff that y'all do? Why? That's all I want to know. I got one more, man. Hey, listen. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel, yo. Like, this content is crazy. This next one I got for y'all, right? I'm just gonna show y'all before I even tell y'all. Hold on.
I walked away from a 12-year relationship with 2 kids. We had been together since I was 16 years old. You know, I had 2 children as a teenager. And I can honestly say that as young adults raising 2 children, we did pretty okay. But about 6 years into the relationship, I began to feel stuck. While he was sticking to and accomplishing all of the goals that he had set for himself, I was feeling like my life was just becoming like a revolving door of mother and wife duties. And then the goals that I had for myself would come last. I would come up with all these plans on how we could, you know, relocate to California as a family. And he would entertain it, but he never spoke life into it. And when it all hit the fan, I walked away from everything. And you know what was the hardest? The judgment and criticism that I received, especially from people I thought would be in my corner. After leaving that relationship, an overflow of blessings and opportunities started to come my way. It has been an extremely long journey of healing. I didn't know who I was outside of being a mom and a wife. I am that too, but I'm also more than just that. Now I am getting to know LaBrittany.
Boy, when I tell you I cannot stand women like that, bro. I can't. I actually read the comments on that one too, right? And she talking about all the smoke that she got, and you know, the people that she thought would have been there, they wasn't in there, they had smoke for her. It's like, yeah, you dumbass. Like, one thing people really got to understand is, like, I understand, you know, social media. Now, of course, you know, what the whole internet stuff been around since like 2000. That's when it really started like going crazy, you know, the .com bubble, all like that, right? But it really seems like social media really, like, I don't know if it's like an overload of information, and that's why, like, I'm not just gonna say just women specifically, because you know, dudes, they've been having their issues too. But it seems like there's been more and more women that has really been getting on the internet and they've been telling their story. But when you listen to their story really sounds stupid as shit. And the reason why I say it is because while some people can sit here and say, "Oh, girl, I understand, you know, that's your story, live your truth," all that bullshit, right? You broke up your family and walked away from your family because, as you say, you felt stuck. So you won. Like, your job is not to go out there and conquer the world, bro. Your job is to be there to support your husband. That wasn't just a relationship. If that was your husband, that was your marriage. That was your family. You created that. It's not his job to just be, oh yeah, I'm gonna support you and we're gonna just up and leave where we're good, our foundation may be good. We're gonna just up and leave that so you can take your ass to California to follow some dream. It don't work like that. And it's like, a lot of y'all women really got to get that dumb shit out of y'all head. Y'all don't lead shit. I don't care what y'all talking about. Y'all don't lead nothing. And that's really the problem with when it comes to a lot of like women today and men today. Men don't know how to stand on their they all 10 toes. They don't know how to do that. They let their women run shit. And then when they women get to running with their emotions and they get out of pocket and they do all this shit, they want somebody to come save them. And guess what? You can't save them. But when a man stand on his 10 toes, they be like, oh, I'm just gonna walk away and leave everything or do some crazy shit because their emotions is running them. Bro, y'all don't run nothing. And that's a crazy situation for that woman to, and then come to the internet and tell it. Like, that's another thing too. Why did you come to the internet and tell it? Like, just make your own dumbass decision and stay to yourself. Don't tell nobody. Because it's stupid. Nobody should support no dumb shit like that. Nobody. I don't care what you say. Nobody should support that. That's stupid. And you talking about some all the blessings and all like that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. You don't got a lot of blessings coming your way. Cause you literally separated your whole family just so you can do what? How much y'all want to bet she sell bundles? Or she do hair or something in the cosmetology, or she wanted to be an actor or something. Like, it's like especially like once you start getting into like the content creation space, right? And you start like you got to source through different content, people send you content, or just like the algorithm in general. You really start to see a lot of the dumb shit people like put out there, but then you just sit back and think like, bro, what you did what? For what? It's a lady. Kid you not. Matter of fact, I'm about to pull it up. I want y'all to see it. And we not gonna go through the whole video. But this lady is 57, bro. 57 years old. This lady literally like left a job. Man, hold on. I'm just gonna let y'all listen to it. Hold on. And tell me if I'm tripping. If I'm tripping, let me know. Because I'm pretty sure I'm not tripping at all. But just let me know. Hold on. 2 seconds.
Been wanting to share things, but it is difficult because I battle with who's going to watch it. Is my family going to see this? Are those I'm going to start here? I've been trying to figure out where to start in college, and I scrapped all of that because it was really the way I did it was boring. I was bored with my own video, but I don't know how long this is going to be, but like I'm in my car, I'm actually at work. It's been really tough for me. And because of some decisions that I have made that I regret making. I always talk about Atlanta. And I feel like when I left my corporate job, making a good salary, and decided to chase a dream, thinking everything would fall into place, things would be in order, my life blew up. It has not been the same in 3 years. And I've had a lot of thoughts around it, and I may talk longer than I need to, but so I'm sorry. And I might have to break this up. But when today was a hard day. Reality is something else. I recognize that most of it is my doing and undoing. And honestly, I really want God to wave a magical wand and take me back to the day I was going to resign.
So, real quick before she even finished, I want to remind y'all, women don't run shit because their emotions get the best of them. They operate off emotions. This woman she literally just said it. She left a corporate job. Mind you, the thing at the bottom says 57 and broke. She left her corporate job making good money to go follow a dream. Y'all want to know what the fuck her dream was? Her dream was to be a fucking actor. You always got possibility versus probability. And I always sit back and think about these things when I hear people say stuff. And it's like, okay, cool. You always got the possibility of doing something great. And you know, some people they go out there and they say, well, you won't never know until you try. Cool. Got you. Granted. But why the fuck would you do that like later on in life? Like you could have you really wanted to live your life and say, oh man, well, you know, I made it to 70 and I could have been an actor or actress, but I never went out and tried. Versus you saying, well, yeah, I did want to be an actor or actress when I was younger, but you know, I'm kind of okay where I'm at in life because it's one of those things like, why are you doing it? Are you doing it for fame? Are you doing it for money? Like, what is your what are your goals? Because you could become famous. You can actually record your own movie, and like without quitting your job, you can start your own movie, create you a little skit, do whatever, and then you can actually market it, promote it, and once you start doing that, you'll start to see like, this shit ain't that easy. This is very hard. Well, I'm glad I actually kept my job. Because it would have been dumb as fuck for me to quit my job to move to another part of the fucking country to follow some dream that 9 times out of 10 you're not going to turn into reality. Why? Because your dream is dependent upon other people. Other people is not going to see you the way you see you, especially when you so goddamn old in the industry with so many young people. And then you didn't even understand the transition on what everything that was going on. Actors and actresses don't even get paid like that no more, bro. No, don't y'all remember when they just had this whole script writing the writer's strike or some shit because AI is basically about to start writing all the plays and shit for them? Literally, you can use AI to literally create an entire effing film, bro. I just seen a film, not a film, but I seen a post the other day where Meek Mills was talking about, yeah, Diddy did all these things to him and all like that. Bro, I actually had to search it because when I tell y'all, it looked so real. I had to actually like go and search this shit to see if this video was legit.
And listen to the advice I was given. But I didn't because I think I'm grown and I have the answers. And I found out I don't. I used to say I would want to go back before that bad relationship out of college. And I'll talk about that. But I don't want to go back that far. I just want to go back 3 years. The scary part about it is, even if I had made what I thought would be the perfect decisions, it doesn't mean anything would have ended up differently. I still could have been in this predicament. I didn't see this coming. I thought I had prepared, and evidently I didn't, which makes me think about a couple of things. Okay, so what happened was, let me just go back. When I left my corporate job, I was 54, I believe, 53, 54. And I'm on the latter half of my life. And sometimes I think and ask myself, what was I thinking? Was it really that important to you? Could you not have just kept it going and done this later? But I didn't. So I stepped out. I believed everything would fall into place and I would be okay. And y'all, when God tells you something, listen and be obedient to it. And I didn't. And I know that is part of the reason I'm having issues today. When I left to go to Atlanta to pursue acting, I kept hearing, you're not going to need to look for a job. You're not going to need to look for a job. And unbeknownst to me, he had something waiting for me. Before I left, someone here in Memphis connected me to somebody in Atlanta about, working a job. And I started going through the process, the interview, filling out the application, and able to do the job. It was something that was right up my alley. Unfortunately, I allowed myself to I self-sabotaged. And I said, you know what? I can't do this job. I'm going to be acting. I don't know when I'll need off, when I'll do this, A, B, C, and D. Made an excuse because I'm thinking it's going to be okay. You'll get someplace steady, consistent. You'll be able to take off when you need to and so forth. Because I'm thinking, I don't want to interrupt or get anybody else in trouble. If I had been a little bit more wise and I guess maybe selfish, I would have taken the job without question. That was in October of 2022, rolling into November. I did not find a job until, September of 2022, almost a whole year. I hustled. I drove DoorDash. I did Amazon deliveries. I worked overnight at Walmart. I did everything I could. And I'm sorry, y'all. I did it's called InstaWork. Everything I could. And then I also ended up withdrawing my pension and my retirement because I just didn't have enough money. And this is not how I expected things to go. I really didn't, because I'd always landed on my feet. And this is the first time I had not. So I went and I finally got a job and was working at a company. Had talked to them, told them I do acting. Every now and then I might need some time off. Because, I wasn't doing like big time. I wasn't gone all the time. It was fine. They hired a manager who had a problem with it. And she didn't want to give me any additional opportunities. She had issue with me. And I'm a worker. I'm dependable. Most of the time I was there, and I would look around and I would see other people not showing up for work, leaving early, coming late. And that's not how I work. I'm going to be on time. I'm going to be on time. I'm going to work my butt off. I'm going to help you. I'm going to support you. I'm going to leave on, I'll leave at my designated hour if I don't have anything else hanging or, over. I eventually ended up leaving in April because she was riding me. And I was like, I am not going to put up with this. Well, sorry, was checking to see if someone else was there. But I ended up finding another job. I was working Amazon in the warehouse. Did that for a while. I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And eventually got another job. Okay, that was April. In July, started a new job in July 10th. It was a contract to hire position. So I was getting on my feet and everything. And I felt bad because my goal was, the young lady I was living with, I was only going to be there a year. And I ended up being there the whole time, minus maybe a few months.